A backyard can feel unfinished when there is no clear place to sit, gather, or relax. And while a full patio or raised deck can get expensive quickly, a simple ground-level floating deck can be a more realistic way to create an outdoor lounge area with clean lines and a modern look. In this video, I'm walking through how to think about a modern floating deck on a real-world budget, what makes it look high-end, where the money goes, and what to plan before you build. And honestly, the biggest thing I want you to take away from this is that the decisions you make before you ever pick up a board are the ones that shape the entire result. So let's start where every good outdoor project should. Not with materials, but with a question. How do you actually want to use this space? To build a deck that actually gets used, you have to design the outdoor room before you buy a single piece of wood. Think of this platform as an extension of your indoor living room, focusing first on where people will gather, sit, and move. Instead of guessing a size, grab some graph paper and sketch your ideal furniture layout, letting 1 square equal 1 foot. Aligning the long edge parallel to your house creates a clean, linear flow, while leaving a 3-foot perimeter provides plenty of space for pathways and plantings. Be mindful of sun patterns throughout the day. Placing your lounge too close to a north-facing wall can trap damp shade. Sizing errors are easy to make. A 150 square foot deck can easily dominate a 1,200 square foot lot and create unnecessary material waste. By sketching the seating area first, the size of your deck naturally follows how you actually live, keeping your project incredibly intentional and your budget on track. A lower, simpler deck is always much easier to keep under budget control. By keeping the platform low and detached from the house, you bypass the most expensive head-scratchers of traditional construction. You won't need deep concrete footings, complex stairs and railings, or a ledger board bolted to your home's foundation, instantly removing the risk of water damage to your walls. This leaves your hard-earned money for what actually matters. Your framing and supports will take about 30% of the budget. Your surface boards take the largest share at 40%. Your fasteners and finishing yard touches split the remaining 30%. Sticking to a low, simple rectangle keeps the entire build predictable and incredibly manageable. Just make sure to check your local height limits and permit rules first, because even ground-level projects have guidelines to follow. Your deck's support system matters far more than you think, and your backyard gets the final say. Lightweight, adjustable polymer deck blocks can make building a low platform incredibly approachable for any do-it-yourselfer. However, this support system is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Your yard's soil, slope, and drainage dictate exactly which support method makes sense. A level yard with sandy soil that drains beautifully behaves very differently from wet, heavy clay that expands and shifts with every rainfall. Before purchasing materials, check your local building requirements and always call 811 to have utility lines marked. When installing, follow the manufacturer's exact load and spacing instructions, like spacing blocks every 5 feet to distribute the weight. Taking a moment to verify your site keeps the project safe and completely stress-free. If your yard has a steep slope or soil that stays soggy for days, simply pause and bring in a professional to guarantee a solid, lasting foundation. The frame is the one area where a budget deck should still be built carefully. While the pretty deck boards on top establish your style, this underlying woodwork is the actual backbone of your outdoor lounge. If you need to trim costs, shrink the deck's footprint, or skip the expensive decorative extras, never weaken the foundation. For most backyards, pressure-treated lumber is the perfect budget-friendly choice because it is formulated specifically to withstand outdoor moisture and insects. Just make sure you select ground contact-rated lumber if your joists sit close to the dirt. Every yard has different soil and moisture levels, so keep things safe by following the manufacturer's instructions for your specific materials instead of guessing. Building a solid, level frame ensures your beautiful new outdoor room looks polished, stays safe, and lasts for years to come. A basic floating deck looks incredibly high-end when you keep the lines clean. True modern design is all about restraint, avoiding complicated shapes or fussy outlines that make a small yard feel busy. By focusing on a simple, square frame and running your boards in straight, parallel lines, the entire platform feels orderly, spacious, and completely intentional. Before you drive your first screw, lay out your deck boards across the frame to test fit them. This simple step ensures you won't end up with an awkward 1-inch sliver of wood at the very edge, which instantly spoils the polished look. Instead, you can adjust your spacing slightly or trim the outer boards evenly for a balanced, custom-built feel. Keeping your edges straight and your corners perfectly square makes furniture placement effortless and transforms a basic DIY platform into a beautiful, high-value outdoor room. The secret's in the fastener. Standard, visible deck screws are a perfectly fine budget baseline that will hold your platform together safely for years. But if you want to polish the overall look, hidden fasteners are a fantastic optional upgrade. By securing the boards from the sides or plugging the holes, they leave the surface completely smooth, clean, and architectural. This simple change eliminates those distracting rows of metal heads, instantly giving your deck a high-end, custom feel. Keep in mind, this is a targeted splurge rather than a strict rule. Hidden clip systems or plug kits do cost more than basic screws. If your budget is tight, skip them and build a beautiful deck without the extra cost. But if you have a little wiggle room, this is one quick upgrade that completely changes how finished your new outdoor room feels. A floating deck always looks best when it feels connected to the yard around it. Without proper transition, a new wooden platform sitting directly on the grass can look surprisingly harsh and detached. You can soften those hard edges by surrounding the perimeter with a bed of dark mulch, low-lying shrubs, or decorative gravel. Adding a simple stone path tells the eye exactly where your new outdoor room begins. As you grade the area, shape the ground to direct rainwater away from the wood. Leaving a small gap between the soil and the outer frame helps prevent rot, but if your site stays persistently soggy, you may need a different foundation or a hand from a professional. Just remember to save about 15% of your total budget for these final edge details, instead of spending every penny on the platform itself. A floating deck only truly feels finished when your seating, lighting, and plants come together. To keep the look clean and modern, choose fewer, larger furniture pieces, like a single cozy outdoor sectional paired with a low coffee table. Adding thick, comfortable cushions invites everyone to relax, while 1 or 2 oversized planters with simple greenery provide a polished look without crowding the platform. For evenings, skip the harsh floodlights and weave in soft, warm LED string lights to create an intimate, inviting glow. You can complete the space with a small privacy screen or a simple wooden side table to make the area feel like a cozy private room. Focusing on comfort and clear intention instead of decorative clutter keeps the space easy to maintain. This simple styling creates a backyard that feels expensive, comfortable, and easy to enjoy. Your backyard isn't just outdoor space, it's where your daily life expands. By choosing a simple, budget-smart design, you build more than a deck. You create a welcoming sanctuary that brings people together.